If you should ask someone what he or she could say about Sutherland, you would definitely get one of two answers, or maybe even both. And these answers are: it is the coldest place in South Africa, and it is the place where the big telescope is. Both of these answers are spot on, but that's by far not all that makes Sutherland such an exceptional place. Where is Sutherland? It is in the Roggeveld Highland or Upper Karoo in the southeastern part of Namakwaland, there in the bottom cup of the Northern Cape in the middle of South Africa. And it's very easy to get there. Just take the N1. Between Laingsburg and Touwsrivier, or Touwsrivier and Laingsburg, depending on from which side you are coming, you will see the turn-off sign to either Middelfontein, that well-known old English railway station and hotel, or to Sutherland. You then take the R354 tar road and climb for about 40 minutes to the top of the Roggeveld escarpment. After another 10 minutes or so, you will see the little town with its church steeple and white houses nestled in a valley between the hills, with the observatory on a high hill on the right and the radar station on Swarweerberg on the left. And your first stop? Jurg and Rita Wagener's coffee shop, the Helly sê kom eet, for a nice cup of coffee or rooibos tea and a fresh muffin. Just the thing to put the bounce back in your step after the long trek to Sutherland. The town was proclaimed in 1855 on the farm De List and was named after Reverend Henry Sutherland of the Dutch Reformed Church in Worcester, who visited the area once a year to conduct church services. The town is 1,550 meters above sea level, and in 1872 it consisted of 19 dwellings and had a population of 138 souls. Today the town mainly services a sheep farming area, and the population count exceeds 3,648. Everybody knows that Sutherland is famous for the big telescope, so let's go and have a look for ourselves. About 18 kilometers outside of town on the Fraserburg Road, you will find the entrance to the South African Astronomical Observatory. As your car approaches the gate, it will open automatically. Drive through and report to the visitors' reception complex. They usually have daily guided tours where you can see and experience the big and older telescopes firsthand, and where you can meet the salt. But before I forget, it'll be a good idea to phone first and book on a guided tour, otherwise your trip out there could be fruitless. SALT stands for Southern African Large Telescope, and this one is big. With SALT, you can observe stars and galaxies that are 1 billion times too faint to see with the naked eye. It's so powerful that one will be able to see the light of a single candle on the surface of the moon. Your visit to the observatory will be very rewarding, and the 3 to 4 hours that you spend there, a worthwhile investment. Now to the other side of Sutherland. There on Swarweerberg is the big radar directional beacon, without which the big jets flying between Johannesburg and Cape Town will not always know exactly where they are. This radar station is also unique in the sense that it is totally unmanned and remote controlled from Cape Town via satellite link. On the interesting and winding dirt road to the radar station, you may even see a klipspringer. And beautiful sunsets and sunrises can only be very spectacular from the top of Swarweerberg. Back in town, you just have to visit the Louwhuis Museum. If you enter the house through the front door in Jubilee Street and go through the first passage door on your right, you'll be in Moltke and Poppy Louw's bedroom, where their all-male offspring were born early in the 20th century. The second and fourth little boys, N.P. van Wyk Louw and his younger brother, V.E. Gladstone Louw, grew up to become Afrikaans poets of outstanding stature, who raised the Afrikaans language to a literal level unheard of at that stage. And then it will just not be possible to wave Sutherland goodbye if you have not visited the beautiful Dutch Reformed Church building in the center of town. It was inaugurated in 1901 and was designed by Charles Freeman, the architect who also designed the Standard Bank building in Cape Town and the Dutch Reformed Church building in Graaff-Reinet in the Great Karoo. This old building has been able to withstand the ups and downs of time, even when it was used as a fort by the English forces during the Anglo-Boer War. It is truly a good example of how, in the old days, the church building was the center of the community and the very first thing you could see when nearing town from any direction. But the snow blanket starts unfolding over the Roggeveld rocks, and the Boeing is drawing white lines in the sky as it starts breaking for the landing in Cape Town, and the sun is drawing water behind the beautiful church. Now you need warmth, a place to lie down and rest, a relief for body, soul and spirit. And when you look over the iced-up wooden street gate, you see the stars, the 4 stars at the open front door of Kambrokind guest house. It is beautiful inside, and warm, and cozy. Welcome. A wood fire in the comfortable lounge, a cup of coffee, a satellite TV and kicking off your shoes even though it's below 0 outside. Talking about the cold, in Sutherland a winter hardly ever goes by without snow. It is, after all, the coldest place in South Africa, and sometimes it really snows. Drive through town with us and see for yourself. Now you can talk with real first-hand knowledge and experience when you tell of all the nice and pretty that Sutherland has to offer. And if you need more information, you can always visit the World Wide Web and go to www.sutherlandinfo.co.za or send an email to info@sutherlandinfo.co.za, or you can phone. The number is 023 571 1405, or the cell number 082 556 9589. So now it is greetings and goodbye and fond memories until next time.